World Cup's round of 16 marches on from Jerry World, where today Arlington, Texas, but the Dallas Stadium as it's being known, will host an Iberian battle of supremacy. Two footballing mad nations who don't exactly have the kindest feelings towards one another. Portugal meets Spain for a place at the World Cup quarterfinals. Good afternoon or good evening, depending on which part of the world you're choosing to access us from. I'm Seth Eves. Thank you so much for being with us. We even saved you the best seat in the house. It's the 42nd meeting, 42nd edition of this Portugal-Spain clash, and it's the third time these two teams have met at a World Cup. Both times have been pretty memorable. It was 16 years ago in South Africa. They met in this stage. Spain won 1-0 en route to winning the World Cup. 8 years ago, they played out a thrilling 3-3 group stage match in Russia, which included a Cristiano Ronaldo masterclass. They met in the Nations League final last year, Portugal winning that on penalties. But this is a big one today, as Portugal and Spain meet for a place in the quarterfinals. Portugal, again, winning a tight round of 32 encounter over Croatia, while Spain had no trouble eliminating Austria. Take a look at the two teams now. For Portugal, Diogo Costa gets the calling goal. The back four of João Cancelo at right back, Nuno Mendes at left back, the two center-backs, Ruben Diaz and Renato Veiga. In the midfield, João Neves and Vitinha, along with Bruno Fernandes in the attacking midfield. Up front, Pedro Neto on the right wing, the left winger, João Felix, and Cristiano Ronaldo, the captain, will lead the line as a center forward. Spain's lineup, Unai Simon is in goal, Pedro Porro, the right back, the two center backs, Pau Cubarsí and Aymeric Laporte. Marc Cucurella starts at left back. In the midfield, Rodri is the defensive midfielder. He's the captain. He's joined in midfield by two central midfielders, Dani Olmo and Pedri. Lamine Yamal, the outstanding young talent, plays at right forward. The left forward is Alex Baena, and the center forward is Mikel Oyarzabal. Referee today is Anthony Taylor. He is assisted by Gary Bestwick and Adam Nunn. Felix Zweyer is the fourth official. Robert Kempter is the reserve assistant referee. The VAR man today is Bastian Dankert of Germany. Antonio Garcia, the assistant VAR. Support VAR is Marco Di Bello from Italy. As this rivalry takes on an added layer with a spot in the World Cup quarterfinals on the line. These two teams, of course, also have had great meetings in other events. We mentioned the Nations League. How about the 2012 European Championship semifinals? Spain winning route to winning that one for the second straight time. A penalty shootout victory in that one. It's away from kickoff. The winner here will play either the U.S. or Belgium in the semifinals, or in the quarterfinals, I should say. Portugal, their 9th World Cup, their best, a third-place finish. That came back in 1966. They were also grouped in 86, 02, and 14. Semifinalists in 06, round of 16 exit in both 10 and 18. Last time it was a quarterfinal exit. They're trying to go one better for Roberto Martinez. Go a little bit better than that. And then on the flip side for Luis de la Fuente. Winners back in 2010. It's been rough sledding for them though ever since. Grouped in 14 and then in 18 and 22. They bowed out in the round of 16, and both times in a penalty shootout. Spain will be really shocked if that happens today. They are the favorites, even with Ronaldo and what he provides. There's no doubt that Spain are the clear favorites. But their favorites don't always win football matches. And it's Spain who get us underway, going from left to right as you listen in their white shirts. Portugal going from right to left in red. So Luis de la Fuente. Just try to play it back. And it'll be interesting to see Portugal. Portugal win the attacking half, though, but they sit back and soak up the pressure. Kind of feels like they'll have to be honest with you. Again, if you're into FIFA rankings, you have two of the top 5 in the world in this one. Portugal are ranked 5th. Spain ranked 2nd. Spain have it now with Cabarsi. Again, next stop, Los Angeles for today's winners. Quarterfinal on Friday against either Belgium or the United States. Oh, that was a late challenge there by Yamal. Spain leads the series 17 wins, 18 draws, 6 wins for Portugal. And they've outscored Portugal 79 to 47 in those encounters. Third minute, ball out there for you all. Don't see Gianni Infantino up in the luxury suite. Of course, he's probably going to be in Los Angeles tonight. Or not Los Angeles, Seattle. Carlos Puyol's in dignitary suite, though. Part of that 2010 World Cup winning squad. And Spain had dispossessed Portugal, and they've got a chance here. It's a shot-on goal from Oyarzabal. That's an easy save in the end for Costa. Referee tonight, one of the hold that thought. Here is Lamine Yamal. Tried to play it in, but Vitinha cleared away to safety. Anthony Taylor, one of the most well-respected yet polarizing referees in the world. 47-year-old from England. He's been a FIFA-listed referee since 2013. Was a referee in the Senegal and Iraq game earlier in this tournament. There's a long ball. Ronaldo. Here is Mendez with a throw in. Throw in comes in. Aim it to Ronaldo. With Sobel heads it away. Here is Yamal. Now, Portugal there. Portugal back there. Ball. Now it's back to Mendes. Now here on the right-hand side, Portugal coming through and a shot on goal and just a little bit over the bar. So Spain now back in possession with Kubarsi. Portugal now back with it inside of their own half. Nice Simon on a 526-minute shutout streak. That's a World Cup record. Now Spain are in here. Flag has stayed down. And the shot just wide from Orizabal. 1-on-1. My goodness. First warning sign for Portugal avoided. It's a poor finish there by Orizabal. It's a long ball. Now Portugal coming through. They've actually taken the attack here to Spain a little bit. Chip towards João Felix of the left block. On the left wing, Felix now trying to work it. And then Spain covered there. Pedri back there doing some good defending. Pedri actually got it behind, so it's going to be a Portugal with a corner kick. Fernandes with a corner, and dealt away. Then a half shot blocked. Portugal now have it back. is a long ball. Spain covered defensively with Rodri. Now Portugal on the right-hand side. Now on the right-hand side. Here is Vitinha. Eleventh minute. Now Portugal back with it. Into the penalty area. Here's Ronaldo with a big chance. And a stop by Simon. Here come Portugal now with a corner kick. Here's the corner in, headed away. Orthobal back there defending. Now here comes Spain with Pedri just inside of his own half. Cucurella with it. Spain now with no half now. Olmo with a good touch. Here he comes. Spain now on the run. Alex Baena with a shot, and far it goes. 14th minute. Goalless here between Portugal and Spain. Long ball to the top for Ronaldo, but Spain had it covered. Here is Porre for Spain. Then the hydration break about 8 minutes away. Spain now have it back inside their own half. Now Portugal with Felix. Now they pass it back around. Here's Vitinha. Top, good ball. Can Mendez, can Vitinha get there? Not quite. Simon with the save. Now Spain with a lot of open space here. Here's Yamal. Shot blocked. Another shot, and Costa makes that save too. Spain really knocking on the door. They've got a corner. Corner kick from Spain. Baena takes it. It's dealt with only as far as Yamal, who chipped it to Cucurella. Chips it over the far side, Olmo. Here's Yamal. Good delivery. Headed away by Portugal. Portugal. Is that Pepe? I think that's Pepe, and might be Luis Figo up there in the up in the box. And a new shirt for Mendez. Spain now back inside their own half. Good ball forward here, and here comes Baena on the left-hand side. Baena, here's Cucurella. Good slide challenge from Diaz. And then a bump, and that should be a free kick to Portugal. Emmitt Smith in the house. Great Dallas Cowboy running back. King of the rushers in the NFL. Of course, a three-time Super Bowl champion with the Cowboys. Was a superstar back when the Cowboys were considered a legitimate good football team. Something you can't exactly say anymore about them. My apologies to any Cowboys fans that might be listening to this. Please don't go away. I kid because I care. Portugal have it now with Felix. Ruben Neves plays it back now. Vitinha. Here comes Neves for Portugal. right-hand side. Portugal with possession. Right-hand side. It's the ball. Fernandez, oh, it's a good move into the box. Here's a shot, and it goes just over the bar. But the flag was up anyway. Spain back with possession. They've outshot Portugal 5-3. Shots on goal 3-1 in favor of Spain. Here is Rodri. Oh, challenge from behind, and that's going to be a free kick. Or is it Baena? So free kick, Baena. Here is Baena. Not much on the corner. Cleared, volleyed back in. And then that one also goes wide as well. And that'll take us to the hydration break. So that takes us to the hydration break at AT&T Stadium or at Jerry World. We're still scoreless between Portugal and Spain. And a reminder coming up later tonight, the United States, amidst a lot of controversy and talk, will finally get to take the pitch against Belgium in their round of 16 encounter. That comes your way at 8 o'clock tonight. Should be an interesting one from Seattle. Then we're back tomorrow with the conclusion of the round of 16. In the early game, we'll have Argentina, the reigning champions, against Egypt. That'll come your way at noon. And then at 4 o'clock, Switzerland against Colombia. And then on Thursday, the quarterfinals begin with France taking on Morocco. And then today's two winners playing each other on Friday. And then a doubleheader Saturday, 5 o'clock Eastern, Norway against England. And then at 9 o'clock, tomorrow's two winners will play in the quarterfinals. So that's all coming up at the World Cup here on USM. Again, if you like what you see, or more importantly hear, well, we encourage you lost my. But yeah, so like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when you can. Be notified when we go on air for sporting events on USM. So as we get you back to action here, 25 minutes on the clock, and it's 0-0 between Portugal and Spain. So Portugal have the free kick from their own half. Spain trying to run defensively. We provide the defensive cover. The 7th minute. Spain unbeaten in 34 straight matches. Second longest streak in team history. 35, the mark. Portugal to throw in Vitinha to take it. Portugal with it now. That is Felix trying to run with it here. Got a real big chance. Here is Diaz. Now here is Renato Vega. Ronaldo trying to get involved here. Hernandez foul, and foul actually on Neto. Anthony Taylor says, I do not want any lip from you. Free kick Spain. '30th minute. Here comes Spain again with Danny Olmo. Olmo. Now Porro. Good slide challenge by Vitinha. It's a corner for Spain. So here comes the Spain corner. Now here is Yamal for Spain. Now here is Cucurella. Good tee up. Here's a goal. It's a very good delivery, and Ceylon had to make the save. Diving header, Olmo, wide of the mark. Diogo Costa having himself quite a first half in goal for Portugal. Now down goes Ronaldo, and up very quickly. Ronaldo, 146 goals, 233 appearances, both those the most in Portugal national team history. Fernandes. Now it goes the way back out to Unai Simon. Olmo, if I get there. Now Costa having a little bit of trouble getting it upfield. Spain with a header back. And this will go as Patiña. 33rd minute. It is still 0-0. We see a goal here in this first half. This is Cucurella. Spain with it here. Lamine Yamal. Now it's Yamal right hand side. His pass. Almost across the face of goal. Again, Portugal doing just enough defensively. Here comes Spain. Working with the ball the left-hand side. This is Cucurella. 1-2. Neto's cross. It's headed away. Spain still have it in a good position. Now Porro. Yamal, Porro. Baena. Yamal. And Yamal. And Spain with a goal kick. Portugal, I should say, with a goal kick. 35th minute. Another ball here, and save made by Costa. Now here from Spain once again with Cabarsi. Portugal with Neves. Now Portugal have it with Vitinha in the area. Not in the area, in the attacking half. Here is Fernandez. Here's a good cross. Oh my goodness, a header from Felix. Deflected, and Simon with a save. Nice Simon having a discussion. Anthony Taylor now having a look. Injured Portugal player still. Now getting up and complaining is Neto. Thirty-ninth minute. Spain now trying to get Yamal up forward. So now Portugal with it, and oh my goodness, the world feed is now acting up here just a little bit. Portugal nil, Spain nil in the World Cup. 2026. And we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, we are back. We apologize for the technical difficulties as Portugal and Spain still 0-0, so at least you didn't miss a goal. There is that. And Portugal now have a throw-in on the left-hand side in the attacking half. Spain able to cover it. Now they got a chance to maybe run here on the counterattack. Now here is Lamine Yamal. Yamal gets clipped from behind. No foul. Here's Ruben Diaz for Portugal. Diaz. Now here is Fernandez trying to lift it forward. Now Fernandez. Ronaldo on the back. Right hand side. We'll just pass in some passes around. Now here comes Vega. Now Vitinha. Long ball coming in and a good catch by Simon. Fifth minute. Now Spain have it again with Pedro Porro. There. Oh, here's a chance now for Oyarzabal. He's in the area. Oyarzabal. Cleared away only as far as Yamal. He's going to have a crack at goal, and that's heading to about the 6th row. 6 minutes of stoppage time at the end of the first half, as you now see on your screen. So Portugal to throw in the attacking half. Good ball. Ronaldo makes the run. Simon with a save. Here is Baena. Spain now have it with Olmo. Oh, good ball, Yamal. Oh, Yamal, that's a poor finish. '48th minute. Now Spain free kick, Baena and Yamal. Over this free kick. Here comes the free kick. It's delivered in. Rodri tried to keep it in. Spain with Yamal trying to chase back in its own half. Portugal have done a pretty good job of holding out here. Go now with it. Spain with it, I should say, left-hand side. Here is Cucurella. Out of play it goes. A minute left in first half stoppage time. Long ball. Now here comes Felix. Can keep it in. Foul. Violation in the build-up. 25 seconds left in stoppage time. And Unai Simon will kick it away as far as he possibly can. That will probably take us to the end of the first half. We've now hit the 6 minutes. And that'll take us to halftime. Halftime indeed, and a big surprise for some maybe. Spain held goalless through 45 in Dallas in this Battle of Iberian, Portugal holding their own. We have played a half of football at our score at the break. It's Portugal 0, Spain 0. We'll be back in a few moments. This is the World Cup on Ultimate Sports Media. Halftime between Portugal and Spain, and 0-0 is the score. We're just about set to get the second half up and running. And Portugal in red will be going from left to right to start in the second half. And it'll be right to left for the Spanish wearing white. Will we find a winner in the next 45 minutes? Or will extra time, or maybe even penalties, be the determined method for a winner in this one between the Portuguese and the Spanish? And it's Spain immediately on the attack. Is Alex Baena, and he tries to chip one in. Portugal, well, they almost had it cleared away, but Cucurella ended up having it, and he lost out. Now Portugal on the run. Here's Neto. A lot of space right-hand side. Neto off and running. Neto. Vitinha. Back to Fernandez. Tries to chip it in, and Cucurella got the sliding touch. We didn't give you a lot of life story about coaches. Of course, what makes another subplot about this is that Portugal is managed by a Spaniard, 52-year-old Roberto Martinez from Balaguer, Spain. Managed previously at Swansea, Wigan, Everton, and Belgium. Belgian Sports Coach of the Year. He was named in 2018 when he took Belgium to a third-place finish at that year's World Cup. Also won a famous FA Cup with Wigan Athletic in 2013, upsetting Manchester City in the final. Here is Pedro Neto. Neto. Losing possession. And he thinks it should still be Portugal's ball. Referee Anthony Taylor sees it otherwise. Spain, coached by Luis de la Fuente, 65-year-old from Haro, Spain, who managed Spain at three different youth levels before taking over the senior team back in 2022. Led Spain to success at Euro 2024 a couple of years ago, beating England at the final. Also finished as silver medalist with the under-23s at the Tokyo Olympics. Also won an under-19 European Championship in 2015, and in 2019, he won the European Championship with Spain's under-21. Dani Olmo commits the foul. Portugal now have a free kick. Here is Vitinha. Early in the second half. Actually, I think it might be Mendez over it. Brief stutter. Mendez, boy. Little brief stutter trying to keep everybody on their toes. But a good save at the end by Unai Simon. Poor delivery, though. He goes back to Vitinha. Vega, now back to Bruno Fernandes. Now to Cancelo, who's made a good forward run. Tried to chip it in. Where he was trying to chip that, I have no idea. A miscommunication somewhere. It's out of play for a goal kick. Spain letting go with the 29-year-old Unai Simon, who plays his club football for Athletic Bilbao. Featured in all but one match at the Euros 2 years ago as Spain won the tournament. Has made over 200 appearances for Athletic Bilbao, the pride of the Basque Country. Equaling Walter Zenga's record of 5 consecutive clean sheets. Hold that as Spain go forward with Pedri. Now Yamal, always dangerous, and Yamal runs into trouble and then commits the foul. He's also in that Olympic silver medal team under De La Fuente that we mentioned earlier, so he's becoming a very good choice to be very good #1 in the sticks for Spain. Cucurella over towards Laporte. Now Rodri. Now Baena on the left-hand side. And Baena's pass cut out. And now a chance for Portugal to hit on the counterattack. Here's Neto on the right-hand side. Good acceleration here from Neto. And he was looking for Ronaldo, but a little too much weight on the pass. Portugal again. I was of the belief, they would sit back a little bit more, and you wondered also, I didn't give them much of a chance, interestingly enough speaking, but they have made Spain at least think about a couple of things. Baena wins possession in his own half. Olmo. Really good ball. Now Vitinha. Wait, Dono in the stands. But to tell you about both the goalkeepers, let's tell you about Portugal's. It's Diogo Costa, plays his club football for FC Porto, was actually born in Switzerland to Portuguese parents. He's been Porto through and through. Started with their B team, now a senior team. Coming off his 3rd league championship with them. He's going to have to go to work here, though. Yamal. The pass slightly deflected and cleared away by Cancelo. He broke the record this past year for the most clean sheets in a Portuguese league season with 21. And it's a record of 27 in all competitions. Amazing season he had for Porto. 4-time Portuguese League Goalkeeper of the Year, including this past year. '53rd minute. Still we search for the first goal in Texas in this final. Who's going to be choosing the last 8? Rodri. Barcy. Now it's Porro. Yamal tried to get the 1-2 at Porto. Portugal had the spaces covered defensively, and now they have a chance to go on the run. Ronaldo trying to weave through traffic. Ronaldo still going through. Down he goes. No foul, says Anthony Taylor. Play on. That was some vintage Ronaldo right there, though, dribbling right through defenders. Still couldn't find a way through. Neither team has been able to do that. And looks like that is Mendes so to get up. Nuno Mendes he committed the foul coming off a Champions League winning campaign with Paris Saint-Germain. One of the best left backs in world football. Did miss a penalty in the shootout, but luckily he was bailed out. Mendes does have 1 goal at this World Cup, and he leads the tournament, or he leads Portugal in chances created in this tournament. with 11. His lone goal was the second of the 5 in the win against Uzbekistan back on June 23rd. He's been in the Champions League team of the season each of the last 2 years. PSG win Champions League. Win the Champions League title as Mendes now goes out. And when are we going to start to see rolls of the dices from So 56th minute play resumes. '56th about to be the 57th minute. Mendes trying to walk off whatever injury concern he has. So here's the throw in. Portugal, by the way, did make a change. We missed that, apparently. Worldfee's been missing some subs in this tournament. And it was, I think the subs just happened. Mendes has actually been subbed off. Okay, yes, that's why it just happened. Okay, my mistake, World Feed. Nelson Semedo is now on in Mendes' place. That's going to be a big loss for Portugal. I mean, Semedo's a good player, obviously. He's a good, solid player, but we just told you about all that Mendes can do, and him leaving is going to be a major hole. Nelson Semedo, 32-year-old, born in Lisbon, Portugal, plays his club football in Turkey for Fenerbahce. He's also previously played for Benfica, Barcelona, and Wolves. Scored his first goal back in September. Made his Europa League debut in September 24th in a match against Dinamo Zagreb. Olmo tried to squeeze it through and could not. Portugal trying to hit on the run again, and now they got a chance to run. Left-hand side, here is Fernandez. Now here is Vitinha. Diaz. Now Vitinha gives it up to Neves. Neves now finds João Felix. Felix trying to loft it in. Ronaldo was there. Did not get a very good touch. It was a bit wide, to be fair, too. And the save made by Simon. As we approach the hour mark in Dallas. Still, neither team able to find a way through in this one. Here's Cucurella. Will this be the moment maybe for Spain? Pedri. Now Porro. Cucurella. Laporte. Cabarsi. Now Yamal. Porro. Yamal. Good move by Yamal. Felix wins it away, and then Felix caught from behind by Yamal. John Felix back there backtracking, a player who really is a classic case of a player who has not quite lived up to his potential. He's given you flashes, but he hasn't been able to consistently do it. Perhaps why at 26 he's already in the Saudi League. Here's Danny Olmo cutting to his right. Oh, chance here. Good shot, Pedri, and he fired it well over the bar. Well, Pedri had a lot of room to shoot. He pulled the trigger, but it did not go in. It might have actually been blocked by Renato Vega, and indeed it was. So here is Baena with a corner for Spain, their third of the match. And it's flipped away, and Portugal have it only as far back as Yamal, whose shot was deflected out of play. And it's going to be a corner kick for Spain. Baena to take it. '62nd minute. Baena, and it's caught by Costa. He does the work. Here is Semedo now with it for Portugal. Lofting it right hand side. Here is Cancelo. Neves. Spain win it. Olmo though dispossessed again by Vitinha. Vitinha still has it. Now Bruno Fernandes. He gets clipped. And is there a foul? Or what's the deal here? I believe the foul is on Spain. And Pedri helping Fernandes up. Portugal take the free kick rather quickly. Here is Neto trying to flick it back towards Cancelo. Vitinha now over to Diaz. On the right-hand side, it is Neto. And a little flick 1-2, defended away by Cucurella. Spanish fans, little instruments there, and they're trying to will their team to a victory, but right now, they're still stuck in neutral. The score is stuck in neutral, too. Again, World Cup action on USM continues tonight, 8 Eastern, 1 a.m. UK time with the USA against Belgium. Then tomorrow, noon Eastern, 5 o'clock tea time in the UK. We go on for Argentina against Egypt. And then at 4 Eastern, 9 p.m. UK time, the final piece to the quarterfinal puzzle with Switzerland against Colombia. Now Lamine Yamal for Spain. On the run he goes. Good ball here to find Baena. Baena is possessed. Portugal, they'll give it away cheaply again. Here's Baena. And a low scuffer save by Costa. Good save made by Costa. And so Baena denied. Less than 25 minutes to go. Now on the right-hand side. Yamal gets a cross and away by Cancelo. Here is Porto, and away it goes by Cancelo. '67th minute. Portugal defend it. Now Spain have it again. Baena. Left-hand side now with Cucurella. Right-hand side, Spain with a chance to run. Cleared away. Neto does his job defensively. I mean, both teams flirt. I mean, it's weird. Both these teams are flirting with that final third. They just cannot pick it up, though. They just cannot find that last little bit. You just cannot find that last little bit, and that's what you need in order to win a match. As we head to the hydration break in Arlington. Now, as we've mentioned, we have plenty of World Cup action. We'll have the rest of the matches from this tournament. We've got plenty of other sports coming your way. The Championships, Wimbledon continuing. It's Manic Monday today. Fortnite now marches on, and this weekend we'll have championships, the finals of the championships, and then our NASCAR coverage continues. Another Sunday night race for you from the new action track, Atlanta. That's where we'll be on Sunday for that one. So hope you'll join us for fun in Atlanta. We'll try to get our WNBA coverage back running post-World Cup, and then also post-World Cup. Let us not forget that we will have football of the American variety, the NFL and college seasons. If you can believe it, it's just around the corner. It is July. It won't be too much longer before we get to training camp. And, of course, college football. Not that everybody likes this, but it is the talking season. Media days for all the college football conferences some are starting as soon as this week. Others are getting kicked up in the month of July, so it won't be too much longer. Our college football coverage will begin September the 5th. Clemson at Louisiana State. Lane Kiffin's debut as the LSU head coach. Also in the first few weeks of the college season, we'll have Ohio State at Texas on September 12th. And then at September 19th, maybe you've heard about this, LSU and Ole Miss. Lane Kiffin makes his return to Oxford, Mississippi. NFL, we start that, remember, a Wednesday night opener for the NFL this year. Patriots, Seahawks, that's at 8. Then Thursday night, 8:30, we've got the Rams and the 49ers from Melbourne. September 13th, Cowboys at the Giants. And then the first Monday night game of the year, Broncos and Chiefs, as well as most primetime and standalone games from this NFL season coming your way this year on USM. So, in addition, plenty of more great action for you to check out. Felix and Cancelo are coming off for Portugal. And coming on is Diego Dalot and Rafael Leao. So Felix and Cancelo done. And Dalot and Leao coming on. Dalot, 27-year-old from Braga, who plays for Manchester United. In the Premier League. Scored 3 goals for his national team. Spain, by the way, has not yet made a substitution. That's an interesting development. The ball goes down. The other man is Rafael Leao, who, if you believe the reports, could be on his way out of his current club. He currently plays for AC Milan, but the reports are indicating it's like a mutual deal in that they're mutually going to part ways. He could be heading to Saudi Arabia. He could be heading to another European league. Who knows where he would do it. He's been carrying an injury. He's not a big fan of the tactical system. He wants to try a new challenge. So it looks like his days with the Rossoneri are done. Scored 1 goal in this tournament against Uzbekistan, did Leao. Also had the fastest goal ever scored in Serie A. Still holds that mark. Spain with a free kick. Chance to get a good cross in here from Yamal. Yamal, delivery, and over the bar it goes. And some corner kick for Spain, and that's not it. Here is the corner, and Simon elects to punch it. Samita able to get it away. '74th minute, still goalless here. Are we heading for extra time? Are we heading for another dramatic World Cup finish? Spain does have a sub ready to come on, it looks like. And that substitute is Ferran Torres. We'll see if that actually gets confirmed, but Torres is at least warming up. Simon with it. Spain now in their own half. It's a game that, again, there's chances. I mean, they're moving forward in attack, but there hasn't been a clear-cut chance. Maybe now with Yamal. Yamal off and running. Yamal with a good pass. He tried to find Baena, but there wasn't enough weight in the pass. And Portugal intercepted. Here is Leao with his fresh legs. Chip right-hand side. Oh, and free is Dalot. And it's going to be a throw into Spain as it goes out of play. Spain was begging for an offside call. Fans enjoying themselves in Big D, and now here comes the Spanish change, and Baena is done. And on will come the aforementioned Ferran Torres. Portugal went, steal the throw-in away. Here's Leao. Leao still trying to squeeze through. Vitinha, room for a shot. Vitinha, deflected. Comes to Fernandez, hits the side netting. Side netting from Bruno Fernandez. What a chance. More on Ferran Torres, who's just come on. 26-year-old who plays for Barcelona. Had a great run. He had a hat trick in the December win against Real Betis that brought his tally to 11 goals in 15 matches to start the season and marked his best scoring run ever in La Liga. Here's Yamal for Spain. Now gets it to Dani Olmo. Olmo now back to Rodri. Torres does not score at major tournaments. He scored 2 at Euro 2020. He also scored 2 of Spain's 7 against Costa Rica and Qatar. He scored 1 goal at the Euros last time against Albania. Has not scored yet in this World Cup. Could that change here? Could Spain be in position to find a way? Or is this heading for extra time? Oh, good ball being played here, and trying to get on the end of it was Torres. He got a slight touch, but it hit the side net. He probably would have. I thought he could have been let up. It was a Spanish player that passed it to him. So 77 minutes on the clock. Spain now have it here with Cucurella. Cucurella gives it up. Olmo in the area. Good cut. Dani Olmo. Shot blocked. Ruben Diaz providing the last bit of defensive cover. Yamal with a corner. High, and Costa's got a hand on it. Rodri lifts it in. Costa the punch. Back it goes to Dani Olmo. Another delivery. Oh, a chance here across the face of goal, and no one was there in a Spanish shirt. Good work for Ferran Torres. Referee trying to making sure there's no funny business as Spain have the corner. Here it comes, deflected through. A very good touch. foul against Spain. Now Yamal for Spain. This is some good delivery right here. Now Portugal with the break. Ronaldo. '81st, about to be the 82nd minute. Left hand side, it's Leao. And saved by Simon. Now here comes Spain on the run. Torres. This has been the World Cup of late winners. 80 minutes plus 80th minute or later and stoppage time. Yamal. Good pass. Thought he, perhaps the Spanish style of passing the ball in that did the man wrong there. Now Bruno Fernandes with the counter for Portugal. Trying to get a long ball through, but it was blocked. Portugal still will have possession though via the throw-in. Clock now about to read 82 minutes as you see on your screen. Portugal are going to make 2 more substitutions here. 2 more changes for Portugal. Bernardo Silva and Francisco Conceição are the ones that are going to be coming on. So Vitinha is coming off. He's one of them that's coming off, and we'll try to get who the other one. The other one that comes off is going to be Pedro Neto. So race run for both Vitinha and Neto. Bernardo Silva, 31 years of age, over 100 caps, of course. Just before the World Cup announced he was leaving Manchester City to go sign for Real Madrid. He'll play for the Spanish side coming up this upcoming season after 304 appearances for Manchester City. Actually, that announcement came back in April, so I was right. Signing a 2-year contract with the Spanish Giants. Silva has only scored 1 goal at a major tournament. That was against Turkey at the Euros in 2024. And such a solid player for City. Be interested to see what he does with his new lease at Real Madrid. Leao tried to get to it and couldn't. More on Conceição in just a moment as Portugal go for the long ball. Cross going over everybody's head. Conceição, 23 years of age, from Cumbria, Portugal, plays for Juventus in the Serie A. Scored against Czechia in the Euros in June of 24. That was his first international goal. He also had the Serie A goal of the month for March this year. Conceição on the ball now. Spain have a couple of more subs getting ready on the touchline. Ball goes out of play for a throw-in to Portugal. We're in the 85th minute. 0-0. Kel Marino and Fabian Ruiz set to come on for the Spanish side here. So it's Marino and Ruiz, and who comes off? Well, we know one of them is going to be Danny Olmo and Pedri. So Olmo and Pedri are off. Marino, 30-year-old from Pamplona, Spain, plays for Arsenal. Fresh off a Premier League championship with the Gunners. Can also play as a striker. Did have injury concerns. He was out for 4 months. As Spain now come forward. He was ace though. 5 goals he scored in qualifying. And scored the winner against Germany at the last Euros. Ruiz with the chip, and Costa makes the save. Fabian Ruiz, European Cup winner with PSG. 98 appearances for the French Giants. Scored 2 goals at Euro 2024, which Spain, of course, won. He was in the team of the tournament for that tournament as well. Was Ruiz. He also finished 24th in last year's Ballon d'Or rankings. Here's Cucurella for Spain. Now back to Ruiz. And of course, how much stoppage time we get will be a question. Will be an interesting question, that's for sure. Here is Cabarsi. Laporte now playing bad. Boy, we have not heard a lot from Laporte today. Simon. Now Spain with space. About to be 87 on the clock. It's Ruiz. Olmo. Porro now back to Yamal. Torres trying to find space. Trying to cut. Ferran Torres. It was not a very good pass. And it goes back to Costa. 88th minute. Still we search for the goal that will provide at this rate, you would have to say, be the winning margin of victory. Foul here, and that's going to be possible trouble here. Yellow card for Portugal, I believe. That was a pretty rash challenge. And a yellow card for Portugal. And it goes against Bernardo Silva, who has only just been on. Spain, 49% possession. Portugal at 38. 13 in contest. Oh, boy, nearly a mistake. Nearly let Ronaldo in. Simon to the rescue, but that could have been hairy. Here is Torres now to Ruiz. Yamal now over to Porro. Now Yamal. Yamal back to Torres. The 90 about to be up. How much stoppage time will we have? 4 in the attacking half. Foul here, and 90 minutes, and we're going to get 6 minutes of stoppage time. You see it now on your screen. 6 minutes. What a ball! Is this the chance? It is! Kel Marino has surely sent Spain through to the quarterfinals. What were we just talking about? About this being the World Cup of late drama. It's happened again. Spain took that free kick rather quickly. And Marino is onside. He might even be behind. Vega. A cool finish. Marino was not missing. Luis de la Fuente embraced. And Cristiano Ronaldo. It's about to be more World Cup heartbreak for the legend. And this Battle of Iberia is about to have a Spanish flavor to it one more time. His 11th goal for Spain, none bigger. The substitute. Surely winning it. Although there are still 4 minutes left. With this World Cup, you might not want to completely write anything off. Here is Conceição for Portugal. Now Fernandez. Long ball lifted left side. Porro beats Leal to it. Vega. Leal, and it was dispossessed. He was dispossessed, and now Spain going through, and a yellow card here. Anthony Taylor has put Nelson Semedo in his book. It was actually Renato Vega that got the yellow card. My mistake is we're now halfway through the stoppage time. Vega. Portugal have got to do something. Leal. Good pace. Can he keep it in? He has. Leal. Semedo trying to whip the cross in. And not enough on it. Headed away. Portugal, though, are still going to have possession. 2 minutes to save themselves. On the right side, it's Conceição. Little chip in and over everybody's head, but Leal keeps it in because of the scuff from Porro. Semedo. Now Diaz. Leal left-hand side. Cross in. Blocked. Cabarsi does the job. Ruiz away. 1:25 or thereabouts. for Spain to hang on. Diaz to Conceição. Fernandez. Diaz. Vega. Chips it, and it goes out of play, and it's a throw-in for Spain. And they will be in no rush to take this into the final 40 seconds. Spain are going to make another change here. It looks as if they want to bring on Borja Iglesias. Might not need to make that change. Portugal back in possession. Final 20 seconds. Last chance. Fernandez. Inside. It's flicked back to Fernandez. He'll chip it in. Conceição. Conceição. Good delivery. Header! On the roof of the net. From Bernardo Silva, and that might have been the last chance. He has some words for Rodri. That's interesting. They were club teammates for many a year. Rodri said something, I think, as Silva was getting up. Martinez thought maybe that was the chance. We've gone past the 6 minutes. Borja Iglesias is, I think he's hugging Luis de la Fuente. Oh, he is coming on. I didn't think he was. Or Sabel comes off. Iglesias on. This might be the shortest cameo, non-red card division of anyone's ever had. Because surely the whistle's going to blow whenever Unai Simon boots this ball into the air. He does boot the ball into the air. Referee has not blown for full time. Last touched out of bounds by Spain. Portugal have it. Anthony Taylor. The game is in his hands now. Will he let Portugal have one final chance? Silva. Vega. Now Silva. Cross is blocked out of play. Spanish players begging for the full-time whistle. It still has not come. Conceição. Conceição. Referee has blown the whistle, but not for full time because Conceição has been fouled. A yellow card. Portugal are going to have one last crack at it. Surely this is going to be the last crack at it. A yellow for Ferran Torres. Here comes the goalkeeper is up to the cross in. And headed wide by Neves. And there is the full-time whistle now. Spain leave it late. But one of the favorites, the European champions, are into the last 8. And a meeting with either Belgium or the United States in Los Angeles on Friday. A game of missed opportunities. But at the first minute of stoppage time, Mikel Merino does the damage. It's more World Cup heartbreak for Cristiano Ronaldo. And Spain are into the last 8. Perhaps a somewhat unlikely source, a hero source, in Mikel Marino. And Spain take the Battle of Iberia and move on to the last 8. Portugal 0, Spain 1, the full-time story from Dallas. For everyone at Ultimate Sports Media and YouTube, I'm Seth Eves. So long for now. We will talk to you next time. Don't forget US and Belgium tonight at 8 o'clock.